sure the man will not well.
But generally, we men get mature slowly.
Parang ngayon man kanga ay sila nila maniya mo ni man.
Sometimes our voice is very loud,
Dapat ay banana abon nang takabubura.
but our thinking is slow.
Ba pundirain na noro ang kanga jaka yan.
When you talk about age,
Kaya sa akin na dili
I think when you think about 23, that will be like you go to FNU,
ano daw kanga sa akin na pwede no at
Fulton College,
Maro ko na universities
to the tertiary.
kanga tinain dinan na kamayat.
So don't worry while you're still in high school.
Ayaris antay nang kakaniyan nga ko man high school.
The best age is 23 plus.
E paniam ko ragi siwa ha ko si payang ko yan.
We normally say you look for one who same age as you.
Tapi man na daw. Kaya ka nga na sa tapuan ni Kimangayo.
Maybe 23 together,
Takakawad na mo ni
or
kapan.
24.
Takakawad ni ni kapan.
Maybe few years different.
Ta dili ako.
But more than 6 a bit dangerous.
Mang kanan na bakang yan na kayo ano.
When somebody is old, he'll always remain old.
Parang nga tama ta kang pun ikaw ay na pun ikaw ay na
You can tell, wait, now you are 30, I'm 25. You just mat time there and catch up.
Age ka nga taka po binimangari. Ari ba nga tinipuyin ko ikan ja ngay woman mawa. Anak
One lady wrote to me and said, Pastor, I'm in love with this years older than me.
ay kan wabu yan na rin yo.
Now I'm 20, she said.
Ang ay wabu.
But he is 40.
Nangaya abu.
But we love each other very much.
Masarang tanginira. Kang ayo rin
We
tanginira.
love each other full speed.
Kang ayo rin busin te takari te.
And said, young lady,
Ano ere tayo
it's not really easy for me to say stop.
Kangayaki kunan katoka kayo ro.
But I just want to get a picture for you.
May sitangilan kati tamo yayo na koimi.
Now you 20, he's 40. Say another 20 years time, he'll be 60, you are 40.
Ay ta kuna kun niya. Ari abaro ko yang wani ma an siya wani bari mina. Ngo ko mga ro kun nabuy. Ang ay ro kun no buy.
Now just add another 10, he'll be 70, you 50.
Ang kana ro kun ni sibuy. Ang ko ro kun ni mabuy.
I think it's about time you learn how to use the wheelchair.
Ang kanne itaw ba yapo kan namday are. Kwa rin ni ko aron ko kakin te jama tayo ante te wheelchair.
Very soon that man will be in the wheelchair and you'll be pushing him around.
Ay ngayang kanan. Ano nang to kayo ante ani ka? Ano ko nang kukukyan ante ani ka?
He'll become a wife and a husband too.
Kuna pun di ka ba buna. Ako na rin ka ba buna na ba man.
You'll go and get the food.
Kuna na ko ni karigay
You
bahay.
go to the sea.
Kuna ko naka.
You'll wash.
Kuna ko na ko
Because the old men will be old and almost useless.
Kapag ni karigay bahay ni ka ba ni Bukina.
Just choose your age.
Nangyayari pun di niya roy tiririki. Eka nga kota ko bahay na pun nakuroy na ba Bukina.
We have deal with that, and then now we want to get prepared. Girls, boys, get prepared.
Dahil na yun dahil mani katawaran kami.
Don't worry about him yet. Don't worry about her yet.
Dahil ang naramay Bukina. Dahil mani katay na.
You learn to become a marriage material.
Kuwarigin kayo pati sa yain.
That is where I always recommend our children to go to the boarding school,
Ano Bukina kay ikaw kay aratay ba na kon the boarding school.
so that boys can learn how to wash their clothes,
Bangan ko na niya tayo nuwasi ay ba tayo ni ma.
look after themselves.
Ang tararway ay boniloya.
When he gets married,
Parang kanayin.
if the wife gets sick, he can wash the clothes.
Parang kanayorig ni tayo. Di mani na ko na nuwas.
He can cook.
Ako na kuka.
And it's a problem now because when the wife is sick, we want to call another auntie or somebody else to come and cook and wash.
Awan ng kahit ka parang kanayorig kain na bara. Sabi diyan na ba kaya ka na misina sabi diyan na ba kain kaya siya paano bukira.
Sometimes the husband get tempted
Ang kaya
and there is some problem.
Araw ko danuwas o sa mga tataraya danuwas. Iya ginoring kan.
Learn domestic duties.
Kaya rin sinariyay hindi nira aron te magurin te mayanga.
I had a question.
Yayaw siya.
The bread.
Ito na kung sinanani. Bu ya kita ngira jamara ke man te stoa.
She wants what we cook at home.
Ito ngiri bayo kis kukanin mayangara.
And then he said, Mama, how we cook the pancake?
Ayat ako ni, mami, ikaw nga kukanin kinte pen.
And then he said, what did you do? I did the pancake yesterday and did not come out well.
Ay, ikaw te pen kukanin mo, ay baka nga te boto.
Because I take the flour and mix it with the oil.
Pariya na te braw ay irangan na majera.
And then I put in the frying pan.
Ay karin nan te pen.
And did not turn out.
Ay yakire ka ba te pen.
It's a problem, young girl, because when we were cooking at home, you were outside doing other things.
Anta ka nga tayo na. Nasik temen ka nga te paya, buti pa yakwaw. Wait man na yun eh, ito yung minabasi ni pen kita anta ati. Hamdi ay nipun tarar way roy.
So just listen to your mom and dad.
Ay kahawang roy na kuya temen mi masinami. Ririning kami te maguri. Ake buren tiyak ka muna.
One of them is very important, same faith.
Tawana tayo ng kakawag, tiyo ni magasi tawana.
If he is an Adventist, you must be Adventist.
Ano po ni kain tayo sibong? Buni ka kaya bumi ya kain tayo sibong.
You know, one of these we will always suggest to our children. Just marry an Adventist if you are an Adventist.
Ayo tayo sa kito ni kaw ngayara arate. Ano po si Maria na ba kain tiyaro?
Sometimes they end up marrying another religion.
Dapat ay mga buni yun ma tabi man kain naro
And
tayo.
then he doesn't come to church.
Ya kilo kon tiya kari siya.
And then he face problem.
Kain si po makang
Because you see, you've been Adventist. He has been an apostolic or Catholic for 20 years.
Paano nori ako kasi kain na tiyaro, ang kaya siya kain na tiyaro tuwan ng tayo rin man.
And you just know her now.
Ako si bata yung
Only
kay
2 years.
uwa dirik.
And then he can marry you.
Ayaw ko na niyan man ko.
But after 1 year, he said, you know, I'm not Adventist, I'm a Catholic.
I mean, wala dirik ata ko. Siya nga kain si bungay.
Because the faith of the Catholic is grounded there for 20 years.
Pare, ano may kimeran takaturik po. Wabu dirik.
Therefore, you need to watch.
Makaya ko rin tara roy.
Find someone of the same because after giving her away, we give the ring the same time.
Pare, minari siya nga. Nakakanga stamet siya nga. Sikamin ka muna natin nga. Kuha ka na kuha, okay?
Before,
Ako nga matiti. Para tayo very important.
so you don't sleep with anybody before marriage.
Agad te masun na kaya kay manti yain.
Whether you are married or not married, don't sleep with anyone else.
Banggi ko mare, ko tuwa ni mare, tayo masun na kaya
Boys, don't sleep with that girl before married. This boy, 5 years but not married.
Ito ko, yasan makama, tawayo, ni mawatirinig, astoy man ni mare.
I got married. I got pregnant.
Mayami ko.
And unfortunately, I miscarriage. I drop our baby.
Saging ko kang ate pa in kabung.
You already know that you are pregnant once.
Kwasa na tayo ako. Kubigo ko unti mo antay.
If you're living with somebody, not married,
Ako makamatama ako kaya mga ya.
ask him the question, why
Aswang terabu kina.
we're not getting married?
Terabu kina kasi na.
When getting married.
Ayun eh. Tayo ngayon pa kuna makamatama ay kita ngiriya pa na meron ko.
Because you are not just a piece of furniture that some man would just like to satisfy his feelings with.
Makasang kami tinani ba iya kanga dahil ba nagkakabuso kaya kanga maano na si katugi kay nanoya maron ka nga yayang way ka ano ko buwa kan naya ka
You are praises to your father and your mother,
pang kami ay ne bon baye ka mo ante kawag na kuya
and also praises to God.
ang kami na ba kam nang kawag na
You are his child.
kami na sina
So you need to look after yourself.
ayari pun taray o tararway roy kami
You must make up your mind.
ayari yang uya roy kay
Do some checklist that we've been talking about.
yang o ongura
Look at the person.
tararoy tamatan
Use all the scope,
kabuhan natin ang bayin ka
a
taratara
microscope,
pati the microscope
stethoscope,
di kaging scopean
any other scope,
away kaging tinan
so that
scope
you can
na
know that that is the right person.
ako na taratara roy
I pray that God will bless you, young man and young woman.
utataro ba nakapayin kami tiatwa
Stay close and listen to your father and your mother.
atay na nagigay taratara roy o ngora roy yata
Be a good representative of God's child
ngayon abundante roy bugin tiatwa
and set up a family that God loves to be part of.
isna katero era usu amon ta kaukuri
May God bless you.
tiaswa nakapayin kami Rabage, tau ba tinong waran kakawag yang kanina tuwayo, temuan arin kakawag ito pa sa Noria, tiriri bugin kami atay ni mano atay na ini, takawang kami kakamasan niyain, di bugin de uswa kakuray, tira ako na kuraya, kuna na tiaswa, na kuna mo yung kamsway niyain, tataling nga rin kabahan mo ay sirigan, narong ko tuwayo. Kami kakamasan niyain, kanakuan success nam yain kaya kung meron ano na, kanimu ati atuan temo yang an. Pakana yai atuan temo yang an ati akin atuwayo. Ani temo yang nakakukurege. Kanage ang kanya temo yang an nakakukurege. Wala listen. You director, what is the we leave this time for ngayon. Sirak, kung sirak ni matang, kung sirak ni kiribas, ako na ba sirak in dada ni bisi. Kana ko pun pas dada ni bisi, atay ikapas dada ni bisi. Kanina na sirak, ako na nakapunta kita mic. Kanang kawag tayo sirak, ba na nang ibubuwag na ko ito. Ay, kana ko meron wala. Muna ka buka natin mic. Ironi, ba na nang ibanam? Abad, live, okay? Okay.
Katei ni kiribes. Sa usira ngai ari kangaki so nongoraro. At mane na riyan dari. Kangani kawai na konti ay negi. Ang na mga kawai ti ay ni at mane mga waririk. Kangaw sisira.
We heard that all should have a life older than married to that kind of
Yeah. Now, initially when we get married, first marriage, first partner, always wise, man older than the woman. Because we get much.
Punta ba yaman din kakawag? Agad ka nga roaming kami kamasa niyain, okay? Doon na kamayak mo na batakatan nga doon, akan naman kaya kawari na kini, ma, ebon nang kami riga kamtoy niyain, ebon nang kawag kini kaya mane na riya kini kawai, na konti ay.
We talk about the general, the ideal,
sisitagin at katei ang umatikanta.
So it's best that when you first get married, get the girls younger than the boys. Because when we get married, we become mature as we go along. And if we have a second wife, it doesn't matter whether the wife is older, because I think we already learn from experience. Eh?
Kaya, ngayon, ngalong wasa niya na yarik sandikan ni Rom, sagan sa kakang, kami akam tuway niya, ni kakawagan, apo ni kataya karoy-roy. Pari ito pa yarik. The money ba hindi kiraki. Ang kanaya hindi kiraki, chay ni kamen di kiraki. Ari apo ni kamen di kiraki, kangan niya kung nain. Ang kanya, ari apo kanya tiga kino, anto kintitay. Aya kiraki Rom, anto kintitay, apo iti mga kanya pari, kakurun tiririki.
Secondly,
Takawawa.
normally when the wife is old, he wants to control.
Kangay pundirik. Ang kanadjay ni kawai di kangay sita po me ikan kaira jamayang.
And that is why it is wise not to get the wife older, because sometimes they control.
Anang kami dalili na kami kakamsway ni Yain. Tayang ko yapa ko na papandogin na anang.
Even is older, that in itself should say, well, although maybe not really complete development, but we are older as men. Eh?
Anang kan. Ang bari ingan kita tete ni mane ke yapon siya tapen ni kira ingan kita tuway lang tapan ni kanuan na narari na kanta ni nga akang asoy lang nanu ni mane ke ba yapan ni kira kang kanina nung tayo tayo nan ke ngayar de mane kang ayapon ni kanikan na kawai di ke.
Because that is already proved. When we grow up, we tend to get mature later than the women.
Paya po siya kangan nung kunya kan ng tukukune ang ayra mane kana sa tapen di kira ga siya kangan di kira nanu ni mane. Naine elang kay de kiro ya tinanong naine.
That's why if it's 23, the best age, maybe the man should be older by 2 years.
Ay ano buginan kita kana wab me tenuan ri kini yere taine de mane to wab me mawa.
May I should add, ladies, when you're a bit young, don't wait so long to get married. Some girls after 25 still not married, 28, maybe it's a Korea lady.
Ako na kami atay nine. Kawong atay nine. Tayo niya ko ya ko na rimini yain.
The best for you,
Araw ko to antiri kita ni buita pun kaya ako Tarikiya ita teka kaya tinibuit tiririk.
when we get to closer to 40, there will be some complicated with child birth.
Ayan, ang anak ko na ginakon tiyaboy. Ari kang amtay ni Kari, ang anak ko na ginakon tiyaboy. Agi na yung nari bukin ta Kari kong kwet yain.
Sometimes they can give birth to a child that is Down syndrome,
Ang kanya ko na kang anda kita kangay atay.
a bit sick.
Kangay ara kanon na anak.
So ladies get children maybe at 30 or maybe before 30, and just 2-3 years, 38 maybe the most, to get married.
Ay nga yung
Get
kanyan.
children.
Kari kaya nasim kwet yain Kay main nabuy. Pati tinibi mawanua. Ke hindi ka agin tinibuy ke wabuy tabon. Yan ang siguro yan.
But get back to the question.
Masagra to siya.
It has been proved that we men get mature later.
Kaya po isa nung kunaya ginto yung takangaya ba ngay ramane. Sinanunong mane kangay muy nariki. Nakuyain.
That's why in the first partner, we better find somebody who's younger and man. Maybe second wife, we know that maybe we'll get matured already. Can go on from there.
Adagin na tuwayo. Namuha niya yun. Nanya na kakawag. Tayo minang kanya pa to. Yay ito pa yari kinanon te yay ni kita. Te kabuan pa yari kinanon te mo yan nga. Ebe ang kanya na ito ka nga. Te akala rin kinigiri te yay na nakoy. Eh ikaw ay rin te yay na nakoy. Ay, sige kami sila gani marawe. Ay, number 1. Gay rin kami sila kita yok. Ada nga yari nga ikaro naske.
And divorces?
Kanga yai de rauren dapat yari ke kiri basna bage.
Out there or in the church?
Ay sinanu ko inanu dapat kare sa.
Inside the church too, okay. One of the ways, causes for divorce, I'm going to tell.
Kan dada ang kay na kontiri doron dikira ke ana pun dada ro na ko mi aya ki man ka ngare na umero ayo okay.
If you having a lot of partners before you get married,
Kanan na ba ning daw ta nga nakurom imahin namin yain.
more than one, maybe two, sleeping around with some other men, other women,
Pada ka nga basirom te mematu ma man ke yain ta wo tenu wa ni ma wa no wa.
they have proved that those who've been having more than one partners are likely to have their marriage broken.
Ang kanan na ba yairom ta nga kaginan ke rere ke irom ta nga kaginan ke ina ko na ande ke ta nga kaginan ke ko na to ka ta nga kaginan ba ko na ni kare ke ta rauro ta kaginan nga kaginan.
He is comparing this girl with that girl, maybe three girls already.
Paano na po ta po ta unari na non tayo yain anang ogiri ka kita nururong nga kagikan.
And he'll say, well, number one is not really good like number two.
Ay na ba ni kangay na kurai kita number 1 ako number 2.
And then he went to number three.
Ta na ko number 2.
Oh, number three is not like number two.
Ata number 2 ya kinakurai na ko number 1.
That one kind, like a karate girl, this one.
Kanga do man nayo ang astem mate saway ki kain tabian iroun.
This is the reason why divorces are caused because of multiple partners before they get married.
Ani ta kapon ba ya ko na ande ken rauren kana erang ini mais ay eriki main are tayin dai te ye.
That's why I tell you girls, you observe that boy. Has he been sleeping around?
Ani bukin atay na ini.
Boys, watch that girl.
Tara rai pati manan tayo sandang.
Does he have some partners?
Tanga mun de ang ako de man tara
This is one of the causes of divorces.
an rai kanga de ba ya ririgin de rauren kan na mina.
You see,
Ay ririgin na kaya ko nandik.
When we get married, we are in for an exploration.
Paring ke ko yin ay po kan na kanga te ya po te ko kaya mon te bubura.
Husband explore their wives.
Paring kan ya ukura ginire jay ni ron tuwari te.
The wives explore the husband.
Ado wari te ni ire jay ni ta penu kurana kurong kon tuwari te man.
Explore their bodies.
Abe nora gina ko tayan tay matayan da.
It's not just one event.
Sag sita kan te bayari kiyan te wana te tay.
Just 1 week.
Tanti wi gari mina.
We want to know that that marriage stands. Just choose one.
Ano bugin ang kay si Bondiay diniya si teman.
Faithful to one.
Kakani magina ko na teman nan.
That's why I said,
Ano bugin ang kay tagin na?
you must press the button, pause button, just yet.
Kami na tayo na yun, tayo manin tayo. Si tana mo te pasinan.
I'm going to talk a little bit more about this tonight when we talk about dating.
Ano maruruakin ang tayo kararong ko nang kokongora.
But one reason why a lot of divorces are caused because of the
Ang ari, parang kanal na baka nga, yari kayo rom te payari. Ako ka nakakaraw te payari. Di ka te kagana di.
when you are about to get married
Kana ko nang yain.
and you know that their partner has been sleeping around,
Ano ka tayo ba dom ya sendangin memene nakangan nakita may na.
stop that relationship.
Kato ka mo te kagin wakan. Kato ka te kagin data kaya kaginan.
If that man has been cheating when you are having boyfriend, he'll cheat again. He'll cheat again.
Kanano ba ko Kutangira maniyan na ako si pakangari katangira mga ya bako nang yung ati na ngaya. Ela ko tari giraw na irari kina pakangay ta iriyain dog yan iriyain.
He is comparing you with another woman that he slept with.
Ebe ang kanya kangan niya ngoya pa na kangay nang tanaging kanya ni kakaputaw ko na agi ikakarawan ako yat.
Comparing you with the girl that he had been sleeping with.
Enaban daray ko ba kagiraron na rirom marirona.
That's why it's easy for those who have been cheating will cheat again and the marriage will break up.
Anya bugin ang kain kanano ba dama tayasan karawa ti tuwag ya kaginan. Awani na pud kakaroon ba kaginwag ya kan.
Okay.
Kanne.
Any more question?
Eri kita yan sila. Uring nga marit ayo pero horo mo ibukia to kore kaya suway yain. Kana kaya kagit ya kagin sila kaya. Ay ragi sa yain. Yain kan niririara kasi kung nuri mantayan ako nung kay kaya pas nagi ko si pai kay. Ayo ang kami puntero ko walang kawag na kami kaya kamsoy niyan. Sa kita pa natin te mamasun na kaya kaka. Okay? Kawag na roy ami wedding dress, okay? Ngayon silang kanikarawa ite merik, eh? Hasta taningan kami ratay ni man, okay?
We'll be talking more about that topic, dating tonight. Don't miss.
Tayo misa rin tayo ba? Sa pundo ko roy kangan karuto na roy tayo, okay?
What we do when we date.
Tara sinakaroy ang kanan na ba si Mamaruro. So, mo yan ang silag?
Any more question?
Ay, okay. Ngaya, Maurice, we give you this mic to...
Ngaya, te sisiraki ikayare kanaro na bayasan purem taratara pa ko. Ko taratara na ko sinabi yare te tuwa mo. Ya ko na nimenan niya kakinayo teraro ngay te sina. Pana anari kana sim niya kakinay anari na ana po. Ay inari kana ya badna niya kakinane enak nangari kana pura niya kakin.
Thank you very much for the question. The Bible is clear.
Para ba naman sila kita pa ng
Bible and God does not mix together.
agi ko tag baburo ni Matiaso.
We often talk to our young people.
Sa sandang maruro arata intron ni
Marry the one of the same church as you.
mare ke yey ma apon sita po makain ng maru.
One man approached me after I had done this topic.
Te manna eswangay kay karawat tirong way.
He came to me and he said, I don't agree with you.
Yaki boray mangkoy.
You see, my wife is an Adventist.
Konori abu gain te
I'm
ka
a Methodist.
ngay te Methodist.
I always give her freedom to go to church.
Yang antay na ko te tunime kinakoy na para na kon tataro.
But I say there is more than just going to church in the house where you live together.
Ay ta ko na koy na. May siri kay ka ari kisinan kun te na kon tataro mauri na kon na kay ari kinabay na non te.
When your family comes, you want her to be cooking unclean food.
Amusong gyara ko ano ba ni kan kukan ni baye kisa ngari kakani kan te sibong.
Maybe look after the yangona.
Kito ina po te mo nambo na.
But more, when you talk about your children,
Ma liging kanano baka mamaruro yaya ayate.
fast forward,
Ayaran kan sana kon nari.
when the boys and the girls grow up, whom
Kana
do they follow?
anday liging kana sa sana kon digari mina liging kanne. Anday ya nang iriya na kenas.
We confuse our children.
Ari kita sarate.
If boys, they want to follow dad.
Pa aday ni mani kanira tamaya.
Maybe the girls follow the mother.
Aday ayra sinaya.
And when dad is not Adventist, drinks on Saturday, can't go to church on Sunday.
Pare ya po ba to ya kan kon sa dati night ba na do. Ako na kon sa dati dabas ba na ati ayatabas.
And I told him, see, your children is confused.
Anori ang kane, amiatay, kangami no takituta.
When they follow you, but when you do not go to church because you drink on Saturday, they will not go to church as well.
Anang kanina ba tayo na rin kinakuyate.
So we cause confusion for our children when there is different religion in the home.
Ay, naku nandi kita ka ngay riyarate, kanano na ba, nito ba yari kinimo yung
The best is to find someone of the same faith.
Ito ba yari kita kakaya naman na sita po kahit naman.
And I totally agree with the sister. She is experiencing it.
Ay, ito ba, nairin puro ay manu wayo, ayun kay ito ba yari na nun.
Thank you very much.
Ako na yun na ba. So another part of the question, what is the, how to overcome this and reflect it to our children as they will not follow.
Church.
Siriyay, kangan ikaw nga yarate, ba na rukun tiya kari siya.
Bring them to apart from learning how to tie or make knots or whatever, they also teach them about God.
Engang kiriri dati kabebe kitira, ma ariri na aron tuwe.
So encourage your children, take your children to church.
Ayari, kung nga yami atay, ba na paano si tita ba ako na ndirigay, mendibari ati nanona.
Only the best way is encourage them, take them to church from that early age, so that when they grow up, they will follow you to go to
Ayari,
church.
siya anda ka ba ng tamaro, kang aron tuwang akia, katatay akia, nimsiya ma wakin tiyaro, awan yan ay kaway ragiyay, mangwe, inanon tiyaro.
Okay, thank you.
Raba, maybe we pick up last question, or, okay. It is the experience that what we are experiencing now for our children. Some of them they married, others from the other denominations, and this is the problem. So, what is the question? Terangkan di sila. They're not here. Akan ditira di sila. How to, what is the way to assist them? Either to divorce them or to bring
Yeah,
them to
that's a
church?
good question.
Kung ikaw nga, tiraure.
We have to carry the cross that we started off with.
Si Bundia, inuwa tara kay panga, kaya siya may mind.
We have been encouraging to
Tao na say nagkamane kaya ngaya kaya kita nila wag po na andoni ran jatayay. Paano di kinoy pabuhay ka kanin ba ako kanta na ngayon ba na ko na ni bubuging?
And the pastor, just the opposite. Was so loving.
Ang giyagriga kaya ni niti mo ya pon.
He,
Oh, teka ilan. Ay, mo ito tayo rin
continue to do that. Love him more.
Awari ya mo isyan tuang ko. Kapasyari kam tangira.
Come back. He said, come here, honey.
Ayaw rin kaya mga rukot. Naku may, honey.
And then he give him the food and
Yeah.
treat him well.
Ya kan na tiya marag ya. Ya karo ya kan ngay timan.
Maybe one way we can ask them. If
Kawan,
they
ano ito ba yung sukunan kawaya sa natuang niya?
ask those children to love their husband more than before.
Ana,
There's one question coming from one lady who's listening to the radio right now. And the question goes like this. If your husband has settled with another woman, can a woman divorce?
Divorce somebody through adultery. If the wife knows that the husband is having intercourse or adultery we're not just saying once you get that adultery, get the divorce paper. No, you said you can contact each other to try and bring the family back. Because one thing is certain, the best wife is the real wife for the children. If you get another wife, does not love the children. The best husband is the real husband. If you get another husband, they don't treat your children as the real husband. That is why we want to see how we can connect them again before getting divorced.
Reke itaw ba posito wana te takawai yang anira Yesu sikonan daure yai. Kini karawa te beban daure yai. Kana anu na patiaine ebure ade mane yai anakona angkanne kangan wota te daure an. Ke te mane ebure atiaine yai kanya anakona anu wota te beban daure an. Pare ebure te mane ke ebure te aine. E mata tamo te moni terayo ke ane kawai teraure re te kina kironi Yesu ke kana pure te mane ke kana pure te aine te mane kanne e kona nuota te be pandaure na sakina no baya pun karawa ke posito wana teraure akona andi ki man te veneni pure ke konan nagi utana ko te kantani nga yon teraure te montai ke ba ye te kantani nga ri ni te yo ke bare kabala pure mo te kawai ya kanga na uta te kawai ya te maro ai mai nare na kona ndeke ai pon te raure akana ake anganne ta kwawa ye be ga kona ndiki dari kina mari kona uringi na ba mate nasim.
Although the wife has the power to say, well, like Jesus said, if your husband is caught in adultery, you can divorce. However, all steps must be taken.
Marin kakawaki katay rin nanon mo kawai ni kapen ya kakawaki bugin to kuan na yo main ari nang ponde ke te raure.
Sometimes as fathers and mothers, we just looked now. We don't look in the future.
Dapat ay ngaira sisitara angkay sa gibantarayan na ro
As I've stated,
ngaya sangkay dagin na
the best husband is the real husband for the children.
takabanan damarwa onoy ni kanya ba te mane ari pon tamaya
The best
Tamaya
mother
na si-
is the real mother.
ponte takabanan damarwa na ban sina ari pon sinaya nasim.
We can get a new wife, can get a new husband.
Siguro ka nga ni mangkari-kari kibura po
Will they accept the children?
mati sila kaya po sumaya na sila.
So often it's not the case.
Nasi karawagyan ng kanaron na ba yay tevenin ni pura.
You look at Matthew chapter 19,
Kamnora mata yo tipi maruaywa
3 to 6.
tenuwa na kondonowa
And Jesus made it clear.
ayesu karoy katire roy
Because in Moses' time, they were complaining about keeping a wife for a life. And he said, no, no, no. If they don't cook the food nicely, we better have a divorce.
parin na tayo mo tiya kang ay yapan nang agya ka ta kana ko jay ni ana ko na bati
And they asked Jesus, can we divorce for any reason?
ata ko na ko ni Jesus ko nan dauren na ko neri sikanda ngaya
Jesus said, don't you remember from the beginning?
Ata ko si kamur nga may mo ana.
When God created men and women,
Pakari kita man
and
matay.
when they are married for life, they are for life.
Paano yain ibugin aruyan tayo na kung nakiat doon na pasito temata na karuriya ana puntain yain.
But if only through adultery,
Ma si
That
kanaron na
if-
ba irigirigit matawen ni mura.
possible to divorce, but after those steps are taken.
Ako na andik yay de raure. Nakarawag pa ba de raure ba tiraan karon na ba karawag mo tinain wag ya kana kunan nakayo ka de tangan ni mo. Era ba Wara? Ay mga po niyan, tonight, ako nga puntayin tisira kinabagi. Ayan.
Thank you, Pastor, for the afternoon session. Look forward for tonight on Christian dating. That is an interesting topic for young people and for those of us who have children. Okay? So come back tonight for our session with Pastor. Thank you so much for this evening. I've looked at the time. It's 6:30 sunset. So if it's okay with you, we can go in straight into our closing Sabbath. And then after that, you can be free until we have our evening session, okay? So that we don't have to go and then try to call you again after this, okay? It's okay? Siguro tayo na maybe 20 minutes for our closing Sabbath and then we should be finished for this evening. Just shake your hands and then stretch your body a bit. Maybe stand up, and then we'll sing a song before the Bonriki leaders come and lead out in our closing Sabbath.